Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are dedicating the entire list to an American icon, a brand that has been putting watches on wrists since 1854, that once ran one of the most famous advertising slogans in consumer history, and that has quietly, stubbornly, and brilliantly refused to be anything other than exactly what it is: honest, accessible, and endlessly wearable. Timex is not a brand that trades in exclusivity or aspiration in the traditional sense. It trades in something far more democratic and far more durable: the simple conviction that a well-designed, well-built watch is a right, not a privilege, and that great style should never require a great sacrifice. In recent years, Timex has undergone something of a renaissance, rediscovering its own extraordinary archive and translating its mid-century American heritage into watches that feel as relevant today as they did when Eisenhower was in the White House. Today's list is a celebration of that revival. 5 Timex watches that prove the most American watch brand alive has never been more worth paying attention to. Let's get into it. Number 5, Timex Waterbury Classic Automatic. The Waterbury name is the oldest and most storied in the Timex story. Waterbury, Connecticut was the beating heart of American watchmaking for over a century, a city of brass mills, movement factories, and skilled craftspeople who built timepieces for a nation, and Timex traces its own roots directly to that heritage. The Waterbury Classic Automatic honors that lineage with a watch of genuine vintage character and surprising mechanical depth. The 40mm stainless steel case carries the clean, symmetrical proportions of a classic mid-century American dress watch, while the open-heart dial is the defining visual feature, an aperture cut into the dial at 9 o'clock that reveals the balance wheel oscillating within, connecting the wearer directly to the mechanical heart of their watch in the most direct and intimate way possible. It is a complication more commonly found on watches costing 4 or 5 times the price, and its presence here is a statement of intent from Timex about what it believes its customers deserve. The automatic movement winds itself through the motion of the wrist. The leather strap carries the warm, worn-in character of a watch built for daily living, and the overall impression is of something genuinely considered and genuinely crafted. The Waterbury Classic Automatic is Timex reaching back into its own history and finding something worth sharing with the present. A watch that wears its American heritage without nostalgia and without apology. The Timex Waterbury Classic Automatic retails for approximately $179 to $229 USD. Number 4, Timex MK1 Steel. The Timex MK1 Steel does not waste a single word introducing itself. The name MK1 Mark I, the military designation for a first pattern field watch, tells you immediately what this watch is and what it values. Clean, direct, purposeful, built to do a job and get out of the way. The MK1 Steel is Timex's modern interpretation of the utilitarian field, watches it supplied to American military personnel across the 20th century, and it captures that spirit with a fidelity that goes well beyond surface aesthetics. The stainless steel case, a departure from the original's more modest materials, gives the MK1 an added robustness and a step up in perceived quality that makes it wear with considerably more authority than its modest price suggests. The dial is a masterwork of functional design, bold Arabic numerals on a clean white, black, or green background, a sweeping seconds hand in contrasting red or white, and hands thick enough to read in any lighting condition without hesitation. The NATO strap, an honest practical choice that references military issue directly, completes a package of exceptional coherence. There is no excess here, no decoration applied for decoration's sake, no feature included that does not serve the fundamental purpose of telling the time clearly and reliably under any conditions. The MK1 Steel is the rare modern watch that wears its restraint as a form of confidence, and in doing so, it becomes one of the most genuinely stylish watches Timex produces. The Timex MK1 Steel retails for approximately $89 to $199 USD. Number 3, Timex Q Timex Reissue. Few watch releases in recent memory generated the kind of genuine excitement and an immediate sellout that accompanied the return of the Timex Q, when Timex reintroduced this watch in 2019, drawing directly from the original 1979 Q Timex design. They sparked a waiting list that stretched to thousands of names and a resale market that briefly pushed the price well above retail. The reason is visible the moment you see one. The Q Timex Reissue is a small masterpiece of vintage sports watch design. A 36mm stainless steel case with an integrated bracelet, a vibrant blue or orange dial, a unidirectional rotating bezel, and that iconic crown and crystal protector at 3 o'clock that marks it instantly and unmistakably as a child of the 1970s. The overall impression is of an era when watch design was bold, colorful, and utterly unafraid of having fun, and the Q Timex captures that energy completely. The quartz movement inside delivers accuracy and reliability that a mechanical movement at this price could never match, and the solid deployment clasp on the integrated bracelet gives it a finished, premium feel that the price makes all the more extraordinary. This is a watch that sparked genuine collector fever, not among the usual connoisseur crowd, but among a younger, broader, more style-conscious audience, discovering that vintage watch design is as exciting as any contemporary fashion item. The Q Timex Reissue is a cultural moment as much as a watch, and it earned every bit of the attention it received. The Timex Q Timex Reissue retails for approximately $179 to $229 USD. Number 2, Timex Expedition North Automatic. The Timex Expedition North Automatic is a watch built for people who measure their weekends in elevation gain and trail miles rather than tables booked and bottles ordered, and it approaches that audience with a level of seriousness and material quality that marks a genuine evolution in Timex's outdoor offering. The Expedition North series represents the upper tier of Timex's current collection, and the automatic variant is its most compelling expression. The recycled ocean plastic case, a meaningful material choice that aligns the watch's environmental context with its construction, gives it a lightweight, rugged feel that conventional stainless steel cannot replicate, while the bold, high-contrast dial with its oversized Arabic numerals and expansive lume application provides the kind of immediate legibility that matters when you're checking your time mid-trail with gloves on and fading light overhead. The automatic movement within provides the mechanical soul that outdoor enthusiasts increasingly seek in their instruments, the knowledge that no battery will fail at 3,000 meters, that the watch will keep running as long as it stays on the wrist. The robust construction is backed by solid water resistance, and the comfortable fabric strap wears through long days in the field without complaint. The Expedition North Automatic is Timex pushing into territory previously occupied exclusively by more expensive outdoor watch brands, and doing so with conviction, with conscience, and with a price that makes the adventure genuinely accessible. The Timex Expedition North Automatic retails for approximately $229 to $279 USD. Number 1, Timex Marlin Automatic 40mm. The Timex Marlin Automatic 40mm takes the top position on today's list, and it does so by being something that is increasingly rare in modern watchmaking, completely, uncomplicatedly, and entirely itself. The Marlin is not trying to compete with Swiss automatics on specification. It is not reaching for a demographic it was not designed for. It is not hedging its identity with complications or colorways or limited edition collaborations. The Marlin is a 40mm automatic watch with an honest mechanical movement, a clean sunburst dial, a domed acrylic crystal, and a leather strap. And it is those 5 things with such total commitment and such unaffected charm that everything else falls away. The 40mm case is the update the original 34mm Marlin needed to bring it into step with contemporary wrist preferences without losing a single atom of its vintage character. The sunburst dials in silver, champagne, and deep blue carry the warm analog glow of a watch designed in an era before digital everything, and the domed acrylic crystal remains the Marlin's most quietly revolutionary feature. In a world of flat sapphire, it bends and scatters light in a way that gives this watch a living, breathing visual warmth that no synthetic crystal can reproduce. The 21-joule automatic movement is uncomplicated and honest, winding, running, keeping time with the steady reliability that Timex has delivered across 7 decades of American watchmaking. On its leather strap in any of its dial configurations, the Marlin 40mm is the watch you reach for when you want to feel something, not impress someone, not signal status, not demonstrate knowledge. Just feel the quiet, lasting pleasure of wearing something beautiful, mechanical, and made with genuine care. In a market full of watches trying to be more than they are, the Timex Marlin Automatic 40mm is completely content being exactly what it is, and that, in the end, is what makes it the finest Timex you can own. The Timex Marlin Automatic 40mm retails for approximately $259 USD.